Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ace Combat Zero. Um, it's also Ace Combat's 30th anniversary, so yay! I feel old now. But um, I am feeling better than this morning. Still have a minor headache, but it doesn't feel like I'm stabbing pain. Hi, Floof. Yeah, I know you're sus. Um, I still don't feel like I want to go anywhere, but I don't feel like I need to be in a dark room with all the lights off. And I felt guilty for not streaming this morning. So, both to celebrate Ace Combat's 30th birthday, and Ace Combat's a game I can kind of put on autopilot. We're going to do a small stream for this. See my hamster twerking as a distraction. Thank you, Floof. But anywho, we're gonna be replaying the campaign on SP New Game. This is still the from scratch version. So we've only got 4 aircraft, the 3 starters and the Wyvern. Um, but we're going down a different path. Last time you guys had me go down the mercenary path. So now we're going down the soldier path. Um, I would be doing it on normal, but thanks to headache, which still hasn't completely gone away, we're going with easy, just so I don't, give myself an aneurysm. But for night, we'll go normal.
Oh, him? Yeah,
November
I know him.
25th, 2005,
It's
near
going to
disputed
take a
border.
while. It happened years ago. Did you know there are 3 kinds of aces? Those who seek strength, those who live for pride, and those who can read the tide of battle. Those are the 3. And him? He was a true ace.
He was a fighter pilot they called Solo Wing Pixie. He was a colleague of the man I seek. 10 years ago, there was a war that engulfed the world, the Belkan War. And in that war was a pilot who trailed across the sky and disappeared from history. He was a lone mercenary who inspired both fear and admiration. He is the man I seek. And so, with the words of Solo Wing, the curtain rises.
Curtain rises.
It was a cold and snowy day.
Here comes the snow. April 2nd, 1995, Valet Air Base, Ustio. 1300 hours.
Listen up. We have a situation on our hands. A major squadron of Belkan bombers has crossed our border, and it's making its way here, to Valet Air Base. Apparently, they intend to attack our base in an initiative to gain hegemony over the entire Republic of Ustio. Valet Air Base is our country's last line of defense. If our base falls, no one will be left to stop Belka from taking over Ustio. Your mission is to destroy the squad of bombers and defend our base. Belka's invasion must end here.
Okay, now as a soldier ace, with the yellow targets, we can't kill all of them, but at the same time, we can't spare all of them either. Ideally, we want to spare half of them. So, we're going to primarily focus on destroying those that like are tactically important. So fleeing military officers and unarmed planes, yeah, they're gone. We're going to go after the returning or the damaged bomber here, and it'll be a coin flip in my head as to whether or not I go after damaged or neutralized aerial targets. I might let damaged or some damaged ships go, but only if they're smaller. Also, when it comes to yellow ground targets, I will largely spare those, but if they are being used as shields, collateral and more happens. Alright, let's see if we can buy anything. Okay, we can buy the fish bed. We can buy the tiger shark. We can buy the A10. Buy the foxhound. We can buy the mirage. Buy the prowler. Buy the flanker. We can buy the eagle. I might just do that, just, you know, for canonosity's sake. Also buy the tornado, the strike eagle, the F-35, the fall, the typhoon, strike flanker, SMTD, and the Terminator. And the Raptor. But we're gonna get the Eagle, just because that is what Cypher is supposed to be flying. Get the QAM and the bombs. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the Eagle. I love the Eagle in this game. I think this might actually be the best version of the F-15C. And yeah, I'm including A7s with the pulse lasers. Because all the pulse lasers are great, I would rather have a bomb for the anti-ground missions. Hello Ross, welcome to stream. I'm still affected by the headache, so don't expect me to be very lively, but you know. Happy 30th Ace Combat. Oh, thank you. Also, this is easily the best protagonist livery in the entire game, or franchise. You can say, no, Mobius is better, or Phoenix is better. No, it's Cypher's. Cypher's all the way. Oh, do you have the emulator? Because yeah, if you've got the emulator, rip the trilogy discs. If you got them. How many yellow targets are there? Alright, let me just... I don't exactly remember. And I want to stay on soldier. Okay. Doesn't really say. Okay, well, fuck it. Killing spree. Okay, we're gonna let one of those fighters go, but one of them... Ooh. I'm gonna leave that one. I've already told you the tale of Pacific Federation. Okay, we're gonna let that one go. Looks like it killed it.
Base Commander Golem Team, the enemy attack unit has been successfully intercepted. I'd like to see how those Belkan cowards report back to their superiors. Cypher, I got a feeling you and me are gonna get along just fine. Buddy. Golem Team, you have permission to land.
It all started on that snowy day. My first impression was... he had potential.
All the dialogue, including the latest anything to go by pack fedmer victims. Pretty much. Because they dared oppose them. PackFed's probably gonna hate Cascadia more after the world on fire.
Thanks to you, Belka's attack on
Alright,
air
so
bases
we're gonna
failed.
be sparing a
Your
lot
efforts
more
will not
yellow
go
targets
unrewarded.
in
Your actions may well decide who
the
wins
next
the Belkan
mission.
War. I, for one, will be counting on you.
The Belkan War is shrouded in mystery. But now, a decade after the peace accords, a portion of the records was finally released. I quickly got a hold of it. Wanting more details, I acquired information from unknown sources. There was
I
a
really
reason for
do
my obsession.
love Zero's framing device.
The roots of the war lie in the Belkan Federal Law Review that took place in 1988.
Hi, Sovereign. Welcome to Stream.
Belkan, suffering from economic strife, permitted its eastern territory to secede.
We're doing
And the
Soldier
Republic
Path
of Ustio
Cipher.
was born. But Belka's economic troubles did not subside. Meanwhile, taking advantage of the situation, the world's superpower Osea continued to flourish. Amidst the economic panic, an extreme
I
right-wing
would
party took power
actually
within
say,
Belka,
I mean,
aiming
yeah,
to restore strength
Soldier
and
is about
stability to
duty,
the nation.
but
And on March 25th,
I would say Soldier
1995, With the discovery of
is
natural resources in Ustio,
most
Belka
emblematic
began to
of
invade its
combat
neighbors.
pragmatism.
It was the beginning of the Belkan War.
The soldier gets the job done.
Unprepared, each
They don't
country
care
fell
about
quickly
their
before the
paycheck.
might of the legendary Belkan
I mean,
Air
as long
Force.
as they get one.
In
And
just a
they
few
have
days,
no
they
time for
occupied all
honor.
territories except for the mountain range. In response, the occupied Ustio
Because
government
honor and
military
war will get you
placed
killed.
all their hopes on a joint operation between Osea and the foreign mercenary forces. This, of course, can be found in any history book. But I noticed a strange similarity in the materials I gathered. There were several accounts about a mercenary,
Less than a minute, if
all
not
followed by the code
pretty
word,
much.
demon.
But yeah,
Most of the information was
well,
incomplete.
a soldier
Still, I was
won't
intrigued.
deliberately
I decided to
target
pursue the
like
history of
a
the Balkan War through this mercenary.
bunch of houses
I was certain I would find something there.
in like a residential neighborhood.
Would it
If
be the hidden truth behind the war, or just another battlefield legend?
if
I wasn't
ending the
able to meet
war
the mercenary himself. Actually,
meant
it's questionable if he
blowing
ever
up
did exist.
a house that had,
Thanks to
you
some old
know,
friends in the
the
military, I
Belkan
was
leadership
able to track
in
down
there,
several individuals who knew him.
a soldier wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger.
Soloing is one such man.
Even if it meant that, you know, the surrounding houses that were innocent would get destroyed. A merc would just, you know, drop the biggest bomb they could on him because more money. And a knight would only go through of it if they had precision targeting. If not, they would spare those generals prolonging the war. I'm not saying which one is right. I'm just saying that's what the paths are.
Blocking passage along this route and secure the supply line between our forces and the Osean army.
Alright, so for this one, we're going to avoid most of the civilian yellow targets. There might be a few we will take out just in collateral to get some of the green targets. However, any aerial unit that gets neutralized, they're fair game. Because the enemy you let go today is going to be the enemy you fight tomorrow. Alright. Treat is not the same as right, yes. Yeah. Alright, well, that's fine. I'm finding the others. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so we could... Let's see how much we can save up for... Because I kind of want my Terminator back. So, yeah. Apparently, Strange Reel does have the concept of a war crime. Because, or at least by the Lighthouse War, because in the Mission 17 journey, or Homeward, I call it War Crime Island, but when the Oseans find the remains of the Belkan scientists' families, they call them blatant war crimes. Now, whether or not they had a concept of war crimes in this war, I don't know. They probably would have them after this one, you know, due to just the brutality of it. You know, Hofnug, the 7 Pillars. Alright. So we're gonna go in the Eagle. We're gonna take bombs. I mean, really, Pete. All right.
Tom 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
I mean, if I were in the mercenary path there, Ross, I'd agree with you. But since I'm on the soldier, a bullet would do the same job, and it's a lot cheaper and more efficient. So, soldier would take that. Pragmatism. Yeah, I know. But I'm in the mindset of a soldier, so it's complete pragmatism.
Tom 1, altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck.
Welcome across. Yeah, you made it for mission 2, and we are flying the cannon plane.
The target is in formation along the highway. Commence the operation.
No, I totally get the, I totally get that, Ross. But, and I mean, my default alignment is neutral good, not lawful good. So, I don't entirely not share the sentiment.
Enemy armored vehicle destroyed. Civilian houses are within the planned range of attack. Is that part of the operation? Looks like Cypher wants to do it. AA guns destroyed.
So yeah, how we're dealing with the yellow targets this go around,
Locked on.
for those that just popped in. Tactically important targets are going to be hit.
Minutes in gun range.
Damaged planes, they are fair game, especially in missions like this where there's a bunch of actual innocent targets. Damaged ships, same thing. Innocent targets are not are to be ignored.
Radar lock.
Huh. I did not know about that afterburner sound being special.
Fox 2.
But yeah, the last mission I did state that I thought that the Ace Zero F-15C is the best version of the F-15C in the franchise. Even
Destroyed.
counting the
Keep an eye out for SAMs. They're gonna give us all they've got.
A7 version. Just because the stats are better, it feels better, and bombs are more reliable anti-air or anti-ground weapon
Is proceeding smoothly. Eliminate the
than the pulse lasers.
Keep going until we get a response. Things are gonna get tricky if reinforcements show up. The owners of those houses will probably be back once this war is over.
Well, then we probably shouldn't blow them up, then, should we? Yeah, the A7 version is my second favorite because of the lasers, but the A0 version is better against ground targets because of the bombs. Having done a cannon run with the Charlie Eagle in 0 or in 7, the Anchorhead and 10 million relief plan would have been better with a bomb than lasers.
Sam destroyed. Locked on. Fox 2. Golem 1 shot down a bandit.
Also, the Zero version has QAM, so I mean, there's that. You know, just to make sure I don't get popped up by, or I don't want to, I'm going to take out the tanks. Because those theoretically could be military. And I don't want to go into night. Yeah, those are... Alright, that's good enough. I don't know, 7 had a lot of fantastical weapons, you know, railguns and lasers. Oh yeah, the Strike Eagle is a lot more versatile than the Charlie Eagle. The only reason why I prefer the Charlie Eagle over the Strike Eagle in vanilla is pulse lasers versus the TLS. But modded, the TLS is actually better than the pulse lasers. So the Strike Eagle is just better in general.
The mission was a success. Passage along.
Are we still... Are we Merc or Soldier? We'll have to check. Made Soldier? Okay, good.
Head Operations has issued an emergency order for a reconnaissance mission to be conducted near the border. You will be monitoring the airspace B-7R, currently under Belkan control. Strong opposition is expected by enemy squadrons.
Oh yeah, the SFFS is... The CBU-87s on the Strike Eagle in 7 are fantastic.
The B-7R airspace is located above
They
an
do
area rich in
work
subterranean resources.
not just in Anchorhead, but also against the Alicorn
You're
itself.
authorized to engage enemy planes upon contact. The time has come for your skills to be tested.
And then, you know, a modified laser. Okay, yeah, we are a soldier, thank God. A modified TLS makes short work of the Air Forces in both Unexpected Visitor and Anchorhead. So, all right, what can we buy? No, 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 nope, nope, nope. Okay, we can do that. Nope. Yes. Yes. Okay. What's the other color?
Yeah.
We'll just go with standard. All right. Yeah. I don't know how long we'll be going tonight because, still have a little bit of a headache, but
Belkan Priority 1 Strategic Airspace B7R, aka the Round Table. It was the grand stage where we pilots performed. We were all on an equal footing, fighting under the same conditions. No affiliations or ranks to hinder us. Aces
we're
from
not really
every nation
sure if
crisscrossed
the
through
Scully
their
Island
skies in
incident
pursuit of air
is
superiority.
100% canon,
The only rule of engagement was
because it only takes place in
survive.
air combat. In air combat, we don't even know if it's strange reel or not, because strange reel wasn't invented by then. Ace 2's events are canon thanks to Legacy, the 3DS remake of Ace 2. Because that was retconned into strange reel history. So the Yuzian coup d'etat definitely happened. But as for air combat, we don't know. For now, I treat air combat like I treat Dragon Ball Z movies. They happened, but they didn't. No, Bandit Zakale is a hostile. Bogies are unidentified. Gonna let you go. Not you. That way the yellow targets can be perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Well, it depends upon the Air Force, Zakale. I think just for simplicity's sake, hostile isn't a strange real thing. Yeah. Ustio is not the USAF. Neither is Japan. So, I don't know if the JSDF has hostile as a thing. So, and since this is a Japanese game, they're probably using Japanese callouts. So hostile might not necessarily be a thing. Though I'm pretty sure that Bogey and Bandit are universal. Japan is not part of NATO. Because NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Japan is not Atlantic. They are part of SEATO. South/East Asian Treaty Organization. The NATO Pacific counterpart.
Approaching gun range. Missile break. Column 1, missile evaded. Fox 2. There's one left. Cypher, I'll take care of this one.
Yeah, it's SEATO.
Radar lock.
And while NATO was explicitly an anti-Russian, actually anti-Soviet alliance, which became an anti-Russian alliance,
Reinforcements confirmed down. Mission complete.
SEATO is an anti-Chinese alliance.
Incoming message from Allied Forces Operations Command. Allied Naval Force has begun its advance. We appreciate your
And by Chinese, I mean the CCP.
Looks like we were just a couple of decoys. Yo, buddy. You still alive?
Yep.
Thanks to your success, we managed to confuse Belkan. You caught the attention of head
We're
operations.
barely soldier. We're gonna have to spare some targets. That's okay.
The Ustio and Osean coalition forces are to launch a joint campaign. The collective
So for
strategic
this
military
one,
force of the two powers
we
will be
did
referred to as the Allied forces.
the ship one
The campaign will be
for
called
Merc
Offensive Campaign Number
for
4101.
monies.
The objective of this operation is to secure a sea transit lane for the Allied
For
forces.
this one, we're gonna be doing
To secure this
Gelkinos.
the Belkan forces occupying the
Um,
canal must be cleared out.
because Costner, the solely anti-air, seems more knight-ish.
Offensive Campaign Number 4101 will be comprised of the following 3 air missions. First, there is Operation Gelnikos. This is an air-to-air surface
Gelnikos,
operation,
whatever.
whose objective is to wipe out Belka's air squadron, port facilities, and surface weapons. Next is Operation Round Hammer. This is an air-to-surface operation, whose objective is to wipe out the Belkan fleet, its port facilities, and surface weapons. And the last mission is called Operation Costa. This is an escort mission, whose objective is to protect the naval vessels in Osia's Third Fleet, including its state-of-the-art aircraft carrier, which will be making a trial voyage. Fierce resistance by Belkan forces is expected in all 3 missions. Choose carefully which one you wish to participate in. That is all.
So we're gonna do Gelkin, or Gelnikos. Whatever. Alright. A style. Assault records. Alright. Bernard Schmidt, Grun 1. Male from Belka. Shot down on April 20th, 1995 in B7R. His uncanny ability to read the tide of battle earned him the name of the Green Owl. He was shot down over Area B7R during an encounter with the mercenary Ustio pilots. After retirement, he later returned to his hometown where he continues to reside. Fabian Rost, Groom 2. Also, Belkan male, shot down. His whereabouts became unknown after the conclusion of the Belkan War. Information has surfaced reporting that he is now acting as a volunteer soldier in an effort to free a small eastern country from its authoritarian government. Oh, that's nice. Ulf Scholl, male, Belka, KIA. He enlisted in the Air Force after graduating from the Belkan Air Force Academy, top of his class. For his first actual war mission, he was reunited with his former unit of the 10th Air Division, 8th Tactical Fighter Squadron. However, he was shot down during his 23rd assault. And Fritz Foster, Groon 4, from Belka, also killed in action. So 2 shot down, 2 KIA. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. I think we appreciate the AARs in this. Yes, some of the men did survive in those talkers in KA, where they vanished because we need plot bunnies for evil magic. Yeah. The A6 assault records also are kind of like that. Some of them survived the war. Some did vanish, and others were killed. Although the A6 one that hurts me the most, because I don't think she was a bad person, was the named Rafal Ace that you fight in Sija and Silvat. She dies. But because she's the daughter of the general that, is leading everything, she was, kept in kind of like desk bunny duty. So, because no one wanted to get the general's daughter killed. Because they might not make it. But she finally found a squadron commander that would let her fly. And on her first mission in the air, Talisman kills her. So that one kind of sucks. I don't like shooting her down. Yeah, war be like that, sadly. Yes, that's true. But that's the kill record that sticks with me the most. Yeah. And she was because she was the general's daughter, she was most likely, one, propagandized, so she believed in the Eastern faction's cause, and two, she was probably kept away from any of the bad things that Estevakia was doing. Partially, one, to maintain her loyalty, and two, because I don't think the general wanted her to know how bad of a person he actually was. So, yeah, Irina more than likely just thought, I'm helping my country. I'm doing what's right for my country. When in reality, she was just being used. So, war sucks. Anyway, Fritz Forster, Grun 4, KIA. Recruited as a test pilot by the Belkan Air Force, where he gradually began to distinguish himself through his extraordinary flying career, or through his flying skill. Shortly after the war's outbreak, he was officially assigned to the front lines, where he was killed in action a few months later. His remains have yet to be recovered. Alright. Okay, we can buy the Hornet. Legacy Hornet. I think we're going to hold off because there's a better version of the Hornet later on. MIA, not cave. Theoretically, he could be MIA, but he could also be confirmed KIA if, like, they could have found his plane, or, you know, a witness could have seen where the missile hit, and if the missile hit around this area, yeah, he's KIA. Or if there was no ejection, no bailout. Yeah, Phoenix, aka Lorenz Rydell. We're actually gonna fight him in this playthrough. Not yet. Okay, we're gonna spec something. Okay. Okay, Gilkino, start mission. Back to bombs. Okay, we're gonna avoid killing yellow targets if we can, so we can kind of get a buffer. Because we're way too close to Merc for comfort.
Eagle Eye to Comm Team. Destroy all Belkan forces.
Yeah, this was made before the Su-34 technically came out, or entered full production service. So the prototype name, I guess, would have been the Su-32.
There's a counterattack signal. I've been waiting a long time for this day.
It was called that in Ace, Ace 5 too.
There must be some jamming facilities around here. If we can take those out, our radars should clear up. Unit E through D are all set. Unit E is set conditionally. I can send our tanks into action at any time. Locked on. Jamming has been cleared. Good job.
We're clearing the way for the Kestrel.
Estimate the Belkans. They'll do anything it takes to protect that canal. Enemy armored vehicle destroyed. All units advance. Radar lock. Enemy armored vehicle destroyed. Tank destroyed.
No, I did not. I blew up the enemy fleet. The actual escort will be in the night playthrough.
Don't let the Allied forces get to a total. SAM destroyed.
The Merc was on the opposite end of the canal.
Dropping.
Why did you take out that yellow ship? Enemy transport can carry supplies. I'm disrupting enemy logistics.
The Comm Team is engaged with Belkan forces. Other planes go join them. I heard there's a few Rusio mercenaries caught up in the mix. Yeah, they're supposed to be good. Our ground facilities won't last much longer.
Words of comic. Ships this big pay out nicely. Yeah.
We can handle the enemy counterattack. Locked on. AA guns destroyed.
know what? Screw it.
Special weapons are almost gone.
They're just fuel tanks. If they want to use a fuel tank as a shield, fine.
Enemy armored vehicle destroyed. Com 1 and 2, the enemy forces are almost eliminated. Keep at it. We're in a tight situation here, boys. Don't let them get any closer to Belkan. This is our ocean. We'll never lose it.
Your ocean.
Significant hurdle to overcome if we want to take back those steel. Failure is not an option. We should be able to pull it off with Cypher and Fixie on our side. Two of the SEAL fighters. That eagle with a red wing. That's... Enemy forces eliminated. Nice work, comm team. This should make your next operation a whole lot easier. Mission success confirmed. Allied fleet, begin your advance. This is Commander Weaker on the Kestrel. We appreciate the great air support.
Thanks to your accomplishments in Operation Gelnikos, campaign number 4101 was a success. The Futuro Canal will be a vital stronghold for the Allied forces.
Alright. Good. Hey, we got the MiG-29. Nice. The only good MiG in this game. So, Anderson isn't even the captain of the Kestrel yet. Alright, flicker of hope.
The mountain town of Solus Ort.
Surprise that fleet carriers seals commander. Weaker might be an admiral, but by the time of the Circum-Pacific War, the Kestrel is no longer the frontline carrier. And Anderson isn't a commander, he's a captain. And carriers always have captains. At least in the United States Navy, carriers themselves are commanded by captains. It's the carrier task force that is commanded by an admiral. Oh, who knows? I don't know. It's yeah, that's not quite the same. But the CEO of a ship, even a carrier, is always a captain. At least in the United States Navy. Admirals are in charge of task forces. Or battle groups. And in fact, admirals have to defer to the captain for matters concerning the ship his flag is on. So, while the admiral can give orders for the task force, he cannot give orders for the individual ship he's on. So, like, if the task force comes under fire, the admiral doesn't give orders on what the carrier should do to defend itself. That's the captain's job. The admiral gives orders to the entire group and stuff. Alright, let's see what we got. There's a MiG. Not actually a bad loadout for the MiG this time. It's got Alamos and Kedges, along with, you know, the rocket launcher, but the rocket launcher sucks in this game. Okay, how far in the hole are we? Alright, not bad. Alright. Yeah, we'll go with AMRAAMs. We're gonna try and avoid the friendlies. Or not the yellows. Yellow doesn't necessarily mean friendlies.
First, attack any anti-air troops positioned at our parachute unit's drop destination. Get your asses in gear, people! You gotta jump or you're of no value to this unit! Anyone showing weakness will be left behind! Use that anger to get fired up and take them out! Understood? Go get them! Go, go, go! We're the best! We're the best! Move, move, move! Don't stop the thing!
Paratroopers. Just who the hell are these guys? The Belkans are not the pack-fed. The pack-fed is worse. I mean, they're both evil, but the pack-fed makes Belka go like, whoa. Dude. The fuck, man?
We're gonna be shot full of holes before we even hit the ground! Radar lock.
It's so good to be playing Zero again. I love Zero. It's my favorite of the PS2 trilogy.
Provide cover for the parachute unit.
Take these out of my mouth. It just means great minds think alike, Sakale.
I wasn't informed there'd be such a large disposition of troops. Radar lock. There's too many to cover. The purpose of this operation is to take back the city.
Now,
Call 1, Fox 2. If they take control and we're finished, dispatch troops to Sector D2. Radar lock.
I think the reason why I like Zero the best out of all the PS2 trilogy is Zero, at least gameplay-wise, feels the closest to 6.
There's still a lot of soldiers out here. How many could have dropped to the ground?
Which, I mean, it has the assault records, which I was familiar with. You can switch your special weapons.
AA guns destroyed.
Special weapons feel powerful. The flight model feels similar.
Parachute unit. Everything's fine. I got a map here and we're heading for the rendezvous point. Belkan fighters confirmed on radar.
Not to mention the story for A0 is just the best. of the PS2 trilogy. Yeah, I know technically 4's story is closer to 6, but, you know, whatever.
Locked on. Fox 2. Parachute unit, get to a building close by and secure it. Nice kill. Radar lock. AA guns destroyed. I'll draw away the enemy planes. Come to Fox 2.
Okay, we got, I think that green target over there is an ace. So we're gonna go shoot him down. Yep, A10A Fisher. I don't know if we've got him yet. Because last time we played this, it was the Merc version.
Our job is to keep the Belkan planes busy. Radar lock. Regroup and assume control of Sector A1. Our allies' support operation is going as planned.
Yeah, the
Go on with your duty.
Zero is definitely the most challenging out of the PlayStation trilogy.
Shut down.
Easy in Zero is basically the same as normal in the other trilogy games.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. Company 2 has regrouped, but we're short on weapons here. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Especially depending upon your chosen ace style path.
Com 2 engaging. Fox 2, Fox 2. Ammunition has been secured. Moving to initiate operation. Call 1, Fox 2.
Like a from scratch night path might actually be the hardest because you don't get much money and you don't get the opportunity to get that many good planes.
Operation was a success. All enemy forces near Solus Ortis have been eliminated. The rest is up to the ground forces.
Merc is also pretty challenging,
Return to base.
but you get a lot of money, so you can buy the better planes quicker. And Soldier's challenging, just trying to stay on fucking Soldier.
Cleared to land. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. You're coming in too fast. Slow down.
Escape. Kind of.
You're pretty good, Calm 1.
Yeah, Night, I think, is the hardest from scratch point of view. Just because you don't
Operation
get the
Varsity
money to
succeeded.
get the better
Ground
planes
troops
as
are now en route
fast.
to Solus Ortis. It won't be long now
The
before Crucio is
enemies
liberated.
may not be as difficult to kind of balance it out, but they're still not pushovers. All right, Guardian. Diapason. Okay, we're gonna kill a little bit of the yellow targets here if they're technically viable.
Preparations
But
to
we're gonna
liberate
be
Directus
killing
are now
more of the
complete.
yellow targets in Mission 7
I will now
because
brief
most
you
of
on
them
Mufustio's
are
6th Air
technically
Division's
viable.
role in regaining control of the capital.
That way we don't get
Directus
too
is
far
divided
into
5 administrative wards, centering
night
on the river
direction.
Frascari. Powerful weapons have been placed in each ward, comprising the Belkan Army's Eastern Branch headquarters. This battle will determine our fate, as the annihilation of all enemy forces will mean liberation for the nation of Ustir. The enemy forces are primarily comprised of ground troops, but we have received information that, while not yet confirmed, there is also a squadron of high-tech enemy fighters.
That would be Gil.
Your orders are to destroy the Belkan forces and liberate Directus. We can't afford to lose.
Alright, so we got new medal. Guardian. Award for excellent air support in keeping the ground casualties to a minimum. Cool. Assault records. Alright, Marcus Exter Elk. Belka F-15C. Operation Gelnikos shut down. Pixie must have shot this guy down. April 24th, 1995. He was arrested for committing wartime human rights abuses against civilians. Okay. International Military Tribunal handed him a 136-year sentence along with the approbation of all assets. No matter what pardon he seeks, it will certainly not come within his lifetime. Kinda wish he was killed in action, to be honest. As I ever sees the general leader, I shall take him down if it means Directus liberated. Soldier Cypher sees the general. Is that the leader? Take him down, will send the Belkans into disarray. Mercenary Cypher sees the general. The occupation general? I'll get a bonus if I bring him down. Yeah. The knight will begrudgingly take out the leader in the unarmed chopper. Only because it will bring about Directus' liberation. He would much rather face him in an armed fighter. You know, give him a chance, sort of thing. Because the knight is about honor before reason. The soldiers is like, that's the leader. I mean, that's the mission. Take him out. It'll liberate Directus. It'll throw the Belkans into disarray. There is no reason why I shouldn't do this. And yeah, the Merc just sees Zoller signs. Alright, Robert Glodin Spieler. From Belka. May 12th, 1995. Operation Varsity shot down. He was assigned to the 9th Air Division, 17th Tactical Fighter Squadron, but retired from the Belkan Air Force in 1996. He has since moved to the neutral country of San Salvation, where he runs a small hotel next to the ocean, completely removed from the events of the war. That's not who I think it is it? An innkeeper in San Salvation. That's what I'm wondering. Is this the narrator's uncle, the barkeep? Huh. I'm gonna ask that in the wiki, or not the wiki, but the wiki's Discord. See if we know that it's. Alright. I asked the question. No, the okay, well, you know. Whatever. Yeah, I asked the question in the Discord for the wiki. It says, I asked, so I'm playing Ace Combat 0 right now and I unlocked the assault record for Robert Glodin. It says he runs a small hotel in San Sebastian from 1996 onwards. Is he meant to be the barkeep from Ace Combat 4, or am I reading too much into things? Alright. So let's see here. I'm so close getting my Terminator back. I can buy the Rafale. I can buy the Striegel. Right now. Alright, we're gonna do QAMs. Because we're gonna be trying to be surgical about this, so we don't want bombs. And I know this is kind of looking like a canon playthrough, but it's not. Because in my canon, Cypher is a merc at this point. I might actually adopt the start as knight, go to merc, and then end as soldier. So Indigo, Schwartz, wizard. Because as I think about it, I do like that interpretation. Starts out as a wide-eyed LD-list like PJ, gets corrupted because of the money that's rolling in, and the fame, the glory, then gets disillusioned and ends as a soldier. Oh wait, no, not wizard, Indigo, Schwartz, Gold, that's right. For Mercosol. What do you mean, Zakale? Just Cypher in general. No, I'm saying what I'm probably going to be doing for the cannon run. Just gonna take out that tent. That tent only. Welcome back, Ross. Yeah.
Missed.
At desk chair.
Locked on.
I feel you, Ross. I am not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. Work has become, well, I can't really go into details, but let's just say that work has become kind of toxic.
Radar lock. Hurry up and get this bird in the air. We've already lost this city. I don't care. Just get us the hell out of direct.
Yeah, Cross is the one that kind of
The Belkan chopper is leaving the
got me thinking about the Night Soldier Merc, or Night Merc Soldier path. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, actually, that's a pretty good interpretation. So we're gonna go with that.
Missile launched.
Oh, hey. I think I see the chopper. You're going down there, buddy.
Radar lock.
Not really. I mean,
Locked on. Fox 2. Sam destroyed.
yeah, you can have that. You can take those tents.
Call 1. Fox 2.
Hey, there's a jammer. What's a jammer doing here? Is that just the soldier version?
That's a kill.
Vulcanmere. No, wait, no, I think he was in the Merc one too. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not getting into the details on that because I can't. But yeah, work is
Missile warning.
not a safe place at the moment.
Radar lock.
Like, I'm not in physical danger, but
Approaching gun range.
it's not safe for my mental well-being.
Missile launched. Locked on. Call 1. Missile. Missile inbound. This is our city. It doesn't belong here. Belkan ground forces in Sector 4 have been eliminated. People here are ringing their freedom now. We no longer have a means of escape. Best together, move troops, and regroup. Belkans, get out! Get the hell out of the city! People in the city have risen up and started rioting. AA guns destroyed.
Sound rifling. Yeah. So what is everyone's favorite
Eagle Eye. It looks like all
protagonist
sectors have been
plane?
liberated. The city is falling to
Like,
the Allied forces.
I'd have to say mine would be Talisman's F-15E, followed closely by Cypher's F-15C. What about the Raptor? I like the Raptor, I just like the F-15 more. The Raptor is what you use when you want to shoot down enemies without anybody knowing that you did it. The Eagle is sent in when you want to shoot down enemies and have the enemies fear for their lives every second. Plane in general. Livery, this is my favorite. But if you want to put livery, you can put livery. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm alright. Alright, given you're currently torn between Cypher's F-15 Monarch, Prez's FD-14. I mean, Project Wingman is honorary Ace Combat, so I'll allow it. And Cross is saying, I want to see the War Dog Rosby's F-14A. It's very obvious that they really want to. True. As much as I love the Tomcat, though, I can't rank the Ace 5 ones high, at least plane-wise. Livery, it's great. It's the Jolly Rogers and Jolly Rogers, but black. But I just hate AC5's lack of special weapons. So it sounds like everyone loves the F-15, which, you know, yay.
Belka's Ustio branch headquarters has fallen. Directus has been liberated. I just received a vintage bottle of Chateau Bouloise for the GOM team. It's a hard-to-find Cabernet. Perfect, I'd say, for celebrating an occasion such as this.
Okay, we need to kill a lot of yellow targets. We're still soldier, but oh my god.
The true nature of the war begins from this point forward. Accounts vary depending on the article and source. Everyone is a hero and a villain, and no one knows who is the victim and who is the aggressor. And what is peace? All questions commonly asked about any war in history. As the battlegrounds move to Belka, he is also thrust into the middle of this war. This is also where my interests shift from the war to him.
I know a lot of people like the SU-30, SK-30. I can't stand it. It looks derpy. The flanker is not a good fuselage for a dual-seater.
Intelligence reports that Belka is developing nuclear arms and V2, a weapon of mass destruction. The Allied forces' top brass have decided to send troops across the Hydrian line into Belka to check for nuclear arms and secure...
Yeah, the FS-15 could have easily been a two-seater. And it would look great because the F-15E proves that the F-15 chassis, or fuselage, works just as good as a two-seater.
The GOM team's mission is to launch an aerial strike on Gladysett, opening the door to Belka for our ground troops.
No, I get why people like the SK-30. It's just that the SK-30 looks derp.
During the latter half of the mission. If you're low on fuel,
get a big head.
Draw from the battle and return to base. Good luck.
And the SK-37 in that game is just dog crap. Because its hitbox is big, its AOA rate is bad. The FS-15 is just superior to it in every single way. Fair enough. Although I thought it was accepted that the cannon plane for Monarch was the FD-14, because two-seater. Alright. Assault records, we got a new one. Lamar Zimmerman. Volkamir. Shot down May 13th, 1995 in Operation Constantine. Oh, I can't stand the VX-23 or the J-20. One, I'm not the biggest fan of canards. Two, the wings touching the butt of the plane looks stupid. Also, the J-20 is... I mean, it's better than the Su-57, but that's not saying much. It's basically the CCP reverse engineering the Raptor and then making it a cheap knockoff. Then Ross, what you want is the UF-22 mod. That is going to be your friend. Anyway, let's see here. As the captain of the 12th Air Division, 29th Tactical Fighter Squadron, you destroyed the impenetrable laser defense system around Vesen in the Ocean Federation in under 4 minutes. After the war, you pursued a career researching communication engineering. Cool. Alright. What can I buy? No. So close. I've seen your SK skin before. It's a good skin. Like I said, I don't like the fact that the cockpit on the SU-30 is derptastic. Hold on. I got a Discord ping. I'm trying to see if I got an answer. No, okay, it was something else. It's like, did I get an answer to my question? No? Oh, damn. Okay, so where we're gonna go is, we're gonna go up here, then we're gonna go all the way there because there's a shit ton of yellow targets that way, then we're gonna make our way down. God, this mission is so dull.
Just don't bite the dust.
I mean, you get a lot of points for it.
Locked on. AA guns destroyed.
Yeah, the 2.0 update kind of broke my mods for Project Wayland, so that's why I think for the showcase, as much as I'd like to do it on the PC, I might as well do it on the PlayStation. Until I can refigure out how to mod.
I've lost control! I've lost control! Stay alert, they have shot holes. Check that out. It took a hell of a lot of gunfire to make those holes. Plane wreck. Madison must have shot him down here. Enemy spotted. Initiate attack. Someone's fired at us from that building. We'll just have to sail through them then. Watch yourself.
Well, since I'm not a skin modder, because that would require artistic skill to, you know, make the skin, along with coding knowledge that I don't have, most of the mods I had were other people's skins, and other quality of life mods that no longer work. Well, part of my thing is I just wouldn't know what to make. You know, when it comes to a skin mod, What the fuck? Fine, I'll drop a bomb on it. I mean, hit! Fucking hitboxes. For you, it's AMRAMs.
Looks like things are gonna get rough. Don't go nuts on me now. I'm creeping in.
Star Wars, you get surprised when people fight back. Yeah. Shocking how that works.
This fortress is a pilot's worst nightmare. Missiles turning to evade. We've got plenty of ammunition. Fire away like there's no tomorrow. Fox 2.
Shocking. Positively shocking.
Make those small prey like us. AA guns destroyed. Okay, I've generated good angles on this one. I can dodge it. Somehow I managed to shake it off. Enemy facility destroyed. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine so. Fuck you.
Play with all areas and take out those planes. AA guns destroyed.
Fucking pillboxes, man. Oh, there's some yellows.
This will be a springboard to nuclear inspections. We've got to sink that fortress.
Nuclear inspections, right. Because that always is a great,
40% of enemy forces are under our control.
a great pretense for war.
What's happening to Section 3? Pivot
Why would we retreat? We're winning. Co-parter, Belka.
The enemy has secured a supply route. They're flying in and out like crazy. The area's hardened, but it made it. It's time to pull out the weeds and burn them up. Enemy planes are coming at us. Belkan fighters. Great. Perfect timing. Facility damage confirmed. Head back to base if anything's wrong with your plane. Radar lock. Abandoned anti-aircraft bunker 4. There's nothing of use there now. There's a fire piping up on explosives in that tent. Get away from it. There's no place left to take cover. We gotta fight. Enemy down. On the next one. Extensive damage.
Alright, I'm out of bombs.
Returning to rearm. Nice kill, Cypher.
Fucking hell.
Got him. Break missile. Call for support from other areas. Box 2. Don't worry about the fire anymore. Dispatch more troops in the battle. How are we supposed to survive if they take out our food supply?
You're not supposed to. You're supposed to surrender.
Fire from the ground forces.
And if blowing up your food supply makes you surrender faster, then that's what I'm gonna do.
I've diverted from formation. Are they still flying?
Jesus, how many missiles can you fucking take?
AWACS, send me
Hi, Floof. Headache is better.
locked on.
Fortunately,
10% of enemy forces are
Ace
under
Combat is kind of brainless for me.
all planes. Eliminate Gladys.
Ow.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
Hail Hydrate.
Break.
God damn it. Eh.
Send all soldiers to Sector 5.
You just had to time it when I had a missile lock on me, didn't you, Sen? Ugh. It is rich. Okay.
Follow up for this to end. Doesn't look like things will calm down anytime soon.
Yeah, the pressure's easing off.
Extensive damage in Sector 2.
Still not very good at thinking stuff. But the best part of Ace Combat is I don't need to think, I just need to react.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. COM 1, missile launched.
Step PD. Oh, nice. What happened?
Enemy's just fine.
What I miss?
COM 1, you're close to
Did you fight the BBEG?
your current heading to return to
Help
base.
save the day by hamster target. Oh,
COM 1, begin landing jets. You are
of course he did. Why would I think otherwise?
COM 1, you are cleared for takeoff. Fires have broken out in sectors 1 and 5. I'll help get the barriers up.
True story. Oh, I'm not doubting it. That game, a lot of crazy and random things tend to happen, so the fact that Floof saved the day by having his hamster character twerk, it's not out of the realm of possibility or believability.
The walls are coming down. It's all over for us. Locked on. I took a hit. No can do. All hands are currently occupied.
Okay, we're gonna go after the AA site. Because I normally don't get to do that one. Let's hopefully keep away with a shadow
No matter how many we shoot, now they just keep coming.
Oh,
How many fighters have they sent here?
nice.
Radar lock.
Well, I'm glad the game was fun.
He's gonna get you shot. He's got me in his sights again. We've got a kill.
Yeah, I only started waking up at about like 4:30. Yeah, BroRaz even wanted to hang out today, but I told him no, that won't work. Because, you know, migraines.
Don't get shot down on the way back. We're taking extensive damage. I can't bail out. It's hell out there. I don't want to die. There's a flurry of bullets heading our way. Don't get shot down, buddy. Someone try flying between those pillars.
Boom.
Gladyson's attack powers have been neutralized. All planes, return to base.
7 times 1.
Just so
Oh.
flash.
Oh, yeah, that. Please
The
say
operation was a
we're
success.
still a soldier.
Gladysson has fallen. The Allied forces have broken through the Hydrian line, bringing the battle to Belkan. I must
Okay,
inform
good.
you, however, that while you were on your mission, we received a report that the squadron attacking from Ustio...
Alright, Merlon. So, last time, I believe we did,
Belka's second line of defense stretches across
Alpha.
the Shane Plains in the central region of southern Belka.
I think we're gonna go
Centered on
Beta.
two anti-aircraft camps. This line
'Cause Theta
blocks
will
our
be for
appealing
the
unit's
night.
air route and is already delaying our military plans.
Or did we do?
This operation will consist of attacks on enemy ground troops and engagements with enemy fighters. There will be 3 squadrons in total. You can decide which one to accompany. Alpha Team will be responsible for destroying enemy ground ordnance. Beta Team's job will be to eliminate air resistance and destroying enemy ground ordnance.
Yeah, I think we're going for Beta this time.
Beta Team will eliminate air resistance. Escort Allied transport craft after each mission is completed. That is all.
No, I have not driven without headlights. Why would you do that? Sounds dangerous. Alright, aircraft mission. We're gonna do Beta. Yeah, I can buy the Terminator. But not its fireball yet. Okay, fine. Be that way. Yeah, the Terminator Here's its Merc livery. Look familiar. Yeah. Alright, bombs. Bombas. Yellow 13, yay. Attack as a single group, no single ship. Attack as a group, no single ship attacks. Yes. That's even worse. I mean, hopefully the track had lots of lights.
Hey, Cypher, you hear me? Just look at the view. There's not much difference between those countries from up here. Belka's defense line is just up ahead. Avoid enemy fire while snuffing out their military. Enemy aircraft approaching. Radar lock. Break missile. It's a beautiful country. I don't get why they had to go and start up a war.
Well, I kind of get why Belka started up
Enemy ship
the
has
Belkan War, because
approaching.
Osea did kind of cheat them out of resources. So they're like, fuck you. But by the same token,
Missile warning.
the,
If that mercenary unit does all the work, I'll be pretty embarrassed.
Belkans probably shouldn't have invaded.
Locked on. So that's Ustio's mercenary unit. An interesting formation. It's no good. I can't get back up. Enemy ship has been sunk. Those you guys from the Gulf seem won't quit. They gotta treat us to a round of drinks when we get back. My plane's in good shape. Buddy, you'll be calling me Ace at the end of the day.
You're not already an ace? What the hell?
Fox 2. Dawn 1, missile launched.
Yeah. Sovereign's right. Even without Galm team, the Belkans had no chance. Because they invaded Osea. When you invade a country like Osea, mathematics is not on your side. Especially pre-Harling Osea.
Radar lock. Dawn 1, missile launched.
Yeah, a continent-spanning empire. Hates their face and shares a land border with them. To say that not the rest of the world they pissed off. Yeah. It'd be like if Germany in, the mid-century Germans shared a land border with the United States and decided to attack. Yeah, the Germans may have had better gear initially, but unlike the Russians, America had the raw materials needed to be self-sufficient, so we could make our own stuff.
This is Dawn 2. Activated. Missile evaded. Fox 2. Lieutenant has a daughter. I hear she's just as beautiful as her mother. For you, Eric.
Now let's get rid of this fuel. You don't need fuel. Oh, and we need to get rid of this hangar, because I don't want reinforcements spawning in. Let's see what is similar on D-Mart. Pretty much. So yeah, Belka invading Osea sealed their fate. They could not have won the war. Yeah, they had a lot of initial gains, but Osea is a continent-spanning empire with vast amounts of natural resources. And while they were behind the Belkans in terms of technological superiority, they weren't that far behind. Meaning that while, being caught off guard, they're going to suffer some setbacks, they will eventually retake everything that was lost and make you pay. And just like their real-life inspiration, the Americans, we do not like getting our stuff touched. So, invading Osean territory is essentially the same thing as touching America's boats. We're going to make you pay for that. Actions have consequences. That they do.
Hold on. Incoming emergency message from Operations HQ. Enemy launching long-range attacks. Current airspace is within range. Now you tell us. Where should we fly? Transmitting projected enemy targeting coordinates. All units evade attacks and withdraw from airspace. Here comes an attack. Watch out. Plane 4 just vanished. Allied planes are disappearing from radar. Plane 6 is gone too. This is bad. I'm out of here.
There we go. Yeah, I know it's the common instinct is to compare Excalibur's slicing action to a katana, because Japanese and Ace Combat is an anime and all that. But I would actually compare it to a European-style longsword, because Excalibur and all the Arthurian myth in this game.
Comm team, check the enemy's estimated long-range attack coordinates via radar.
Oh yeah, when I first was playing this, I hated Mission 8 because of the sequence. Okay, we're close. Oh, somebody died.
Halo 5, respond.
No.
Don't panic. Just keep flying and keep an eye on your radar. You're almost out of the operation airspace. Stay on course to the south.
Oh boy. Ow.
You're out of the danger zone.
That hurt.
Return to base. Looks like we lived.
Halo 5. Finally. That was really a good Halo game anyway. It's not a bad joke. That's a good joke.
Welcome back.
Halo 5 sucks. Story-wise. Gameplay, it doesn't feel like Halo, but I like the ability to aim down the sight.
That was a bad nightmare.
But no,
We lost
story-wise, it
several of our
absolutely
members.
sucks.
Mercenaries like us are disposable to the guys in charge. But in the end, we survived.
Well, I don't like multiplayer, so...
The mission objectives were achieved, but only after sustaining heavy losses from enemy laser ordnance. A war with...
Okay, so... 2A gold ace. I think we maintained our status. Sort of annihilation. I think this will be the last mission. Which, ironically, is how long we went the last time.
We discovered that the unidentified laser weapon is a long-range offensive weapon, codenamed Excalibur.
You're still a soldier. Good. Alright. Got a new medal. A gold ace. Award for destroying 1,000 enemies. Yay. Fuck! No fireballs. Alright. F-15. I'm not going to use the F-15 the entire time. I'm probably going to use the Wyvern again for the final missions. But... Tauberg.
This is Crew Teams number 3. Name's PJ. I'll support you any way I can, Golf Team.
That's great.
Crew 1 to Crew 3. When are you planning to buy those flowers? Wait around too long and another guy's gonna steal them away from you, you know. This is no time to talk about my personal life. Looks like a handful of fighters have come to the rescue.
Okay, we are on. Yeah. You missed.
The tanker's been destroyed. Approaching enemy territory. Good dangerous airspace. All planes, break, break. Things started. Enemy aircraft approaching. Increase ECM output to level 3. Destroy all jamming facilities within the perimeter. Strip Excalibur of its defenses. Exit Crew 3. If he gets shot down, we'll crash where I can't see. Roger. Leave it to me. Jamming facility 1 destroyed.
Like armament storage.
Increase power supply. Roger. Increasing power supply. Electrical charges surpass maximum value. Target
Oh wait, I forgot about.
Here comes an attack. All planes, break. Jamming facility 2 down. All planes, the lasers firing patterns can be estimated via radar. Use your radars. We should be able to take out that sword if the comm team flies with us. Cypher, they're gonna fire the laser. Pull out.
I know Excalibur is supposed to be like the super weapon fight of Zero. Honestly, I mean, it's better than the Sulk, but it's kind of a letdown if you compared to, you know, Stonehenge, Megalith, the Arsenal Burb, Chandelier. The XPO is the other super weapon fight. Oh, Jesus. And even the XPO is not that intimidating. I mean, if you're good enough, you can literally kill it with one FAEB. The hardest part of that mission isn't the XPO, it's the Espada fight. Now, Infinity's version of Excalibur, that was a beast. The Excalibur raid was, oh my god, that was a nightmare. You'd have to ask yourself, though, Belkans, do you really deserve mercy? Although, to be fair, what I'm attacking is going to hamper your war effort, because I took out a control facility here, and I took out fuel tanks. And ammo dumps. What's wrong? You can't track fast-moving targets? Sucks to be you.
Looking good. Destroy Excalibur, Cypher. I know you can do it. Locked on.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it? They got blowed up. I figured that, you know, with no power generators, it's gonna be unfucking stable.
It's time to destroy Excalibur once and for all.
Oh hey, guess what? You're not looking too hot. Did I break your glass lens? Your focusing lens?
Use it all. I don't care if it burns up from feedback.
I mean, if you want to blow yourself up to try and kill me, I mean, you're not gonna do it, but if you want to blow yourself up to try and kill me, go ahead. You're just doing my job for me. Either way, my mission's complete. Eagle Eye is an underrated AWACS.
Stay sharp or we'll lose everything. on target. We can even
I
see it
wouldn't
from
say
here.
he's among
Good
the
job.
best. Like my AOX ranking would be Longcaster, Ghost Eye, Band Dog, Strange Real Sky Eye, Oka Nieba, Eagle Eye,
All planes, job well done. PJ, don't get too excited and crash, buddy. Yeah!
Canopus, Is Magic an AWAC or is he ground based? I think he's an AWAC. So Magic. I know Crux is ground based, so he doesn't count. Same with Keystone.
Although we didn't discover any nuclear facilities, Excalibur is no
And
longer
then
a
the
threat.
worst two are
This
Thunder
can be considered a
Blockhead
substantial victory for our side.
and
Head Operations has recognized you
the
as
absolute
an
worst is
indispensable
Skykeeper.
component in this war, and expresses their utmost gratitude and respect.
All right. So we're not gonna do Mayhem, but I'm gonna see if I can buy some stuff first. All right, let's see what aircraft we can get. We can, 2A. That's cool. Okay. SP weapon. Yay, fireballs. Okay, I'm happy now. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save the game. Alright, so that'll be the end of the stream for today. Tomorrow, we'll be doing God, like I said, think he's not my strong point. Okay. Tomorrow we'll be doing 2 streams. First one being Final Fantasy X-2. We're fighting our way through Bavel. Second stream, we're going to complete the soldier playthrough of the Belkan War. Wednesday, first stream will be Horizon Zero Dawn, modded New Game Plus on the PC. Although technically it won't be New Game Plus for the first thing because we can't do the prologue in New Game Plus. So I'm going to do a new game, get the prologue, then go back and then start a New Game Plus. Now, because the prologue is kind of important to the story. Then evening stream will be Sniper Elite Resistance. I want to get the last SMG, the Irma 36. So we need to get that kill challenge done. And still got some other kill challenges to do. I'm hoping that Floof can join. And if both Floof and Sen can join, then we'll just do survival. But if neither of them can join, then I'll probably actually do a different game. But we're getting close to the end point of where I'm going to end the Sniper Elite Resistance series. Then Wednesday, or not Wednesday, but Thursday, in the aircraft showcase for A7, we're going to be looking at the European planes. The Mirage 2005, the Rafale M, the EF-2000 Typhoon and the JAS-39E Gripen. Then Friday, in Dragon Origins, we're going to make our way into the werewolf encampment in the ruins to try and talk with the werewolf leaders to see if there's a way to break the curse so everyone's happy. Then in Arkham City, we're going to be finishing up the Riddler stuff, or the collectibles at the very least. I don't know if we'll get all the physical challenges done, but whatever. And then we will apprehend the Riddler, because I'd like to get that done before I do Harley Quinn's Revenge. Saturday in the Legend of V, we're gonna continue our campaign in Haywood, and then Sunday in the Insanity of Victor Shepard, we're going to cure the genophage. Basically what we were supposed to do today, but migraine said no. Also, as I said in the schedule on the Discord, starting from Friday on, the schedule is merely a suggestion than an actual rule, because it's Murica's birthday next weekend, and family plans might be a thing. So 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are going to be more or less by ear. No, because I know Bro Raz wants to meet up sometime over next weekend. I'm gonna be probably going up to other family members to celebrate Murica birthday. So, but I will be streaming over the weekend. I just don't know when the schedule will be. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have fun. Have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow in Final Fantasy X.